Hello class, we are Team 6 and we will be presenting supply chain issues at Optimal Medical Parts. For the company background, Optimal Medical Parts is a manufacturer of precision parts that are used to repair many types of medical equipment headquartered in Peoria, Illinois. X-ray machines, oxygen pumps, laser-guided surgical devices are a few of the products they produce. The facilities are located in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and Long Beach, California. They have also expanded their offices to Germany, China, and Brazil. The company makes over 200 different products that range in value. In 2016, their total sales were over $6 billion. Their major customer segments include hospitals, both profit and nonprofit, surgery centers, urgent care facilities, and freestanding clinics. The company distributes its products through a network of industrial distributors. OMP does not manage any of the supply chain and logistical activities of the company. They are handled through distributors in locations throughout the U.S. and some locations outside the U.S.
Hi, my name is Cole. I'll be going over question 1 of our case study. Question 1 asks, discuss the pros and cons of OMP assuming the total responsibility for owning and managing their supply chain operations, giving special attention to the problems that OMP would face, as well as the advantages that might be captured by such a strategy. I'll start off with some pros that OMP will experience with this new strategy. 1 would be timeliness and quality control. OMP will be able to deliver the product more efficiently, as well as take personal control over delivering their product from start to finish to their customers. 2 would be reducing overall costs and increasing total profit, winning over new customers and increasing business with existing customers. An integrated supply chain reduces costs across the entire process. 3 would increase control of customer service and satisfaction with direct personal delivery, as well as shorter wait times and personalized service. A few cons that they would endure are new challenges, which would be designing a new supply chain so the system-wide costs are minimized, and operating such supply chain so that all service levels are maintained. They would have more total responsibility. OMP will oversee and manage all operations instead of just the manufacturing, as well as expanding a greater workforce to cover all of the new operations. Initial startup costs will also be a con. Training new costs for an entire workforce, as well as startup costs for new distribution and supply chain management.
Hi guys, I'm Will, and I'll be going over question 2. So question 2 is asking us, based on our research, provide a recommendation to upper management. So Cole just kind of went over the pros and cons for OMP to keep all of their supply chain systems in-house, but we think that OMP shouldn't assume total responsibility in owning and managing their supply chain systems. Ultimately, the exact money figures aren't known, but it seems that for them to assume direct control over warehousing logistics would incur way too many additional costs, not to mention the hassle of them having to consolidate and reorganize their current processes. So we came up with a few recommendations they can kind of implement right now. So first, they can make sure strategic goals are properly communicated with the current logistics and supply chain systems. That way, everybody's on the same page at all times. They can also offer incentives to distributors to improve their operation efficiency. And lastly, they can outsource warehouse logistic operations to third-party companies to help alleviate some of the current pressures they have right now.
I'm Tatiana, and I will be presenting concepts and theories. For the first concept, it will be action steps, and these are steps developed by Mark Friedman and the Boston Consulting Group to increase the flexibility of supply chains. The first step would be to analyze and monitor risk exposure. The second step would be to diversify supply sources. So this would be developing a portfolio of supply sources and manufacturing sites in different regions to reduce risk. The third would be to build stronger relationships with their suppliers. Fourth, share real-time information with supply chain partners. And fifth, perform regular stress tests of the supply chain. This would evaluate the likely impact of a disruption and correct vulnerabilities. For supply chain management, it is a technique for linking a manufacturer's operations with those of its strategic suppliers. its key intermediaries, and customers to enhance efficiency and effectiveness. Supply chain management software is to provide real-time analytical systems that manage the flow of products and information through the supply chain network.
My name is Catherine Kim, and I'm going to be talking about the conclusion. Being that optimal medical parts work with many healthcare institutions, they play a significant role in a high-demand market. That's why it is important that they provide high-quality products and services at all times. However, OMP has been receiving feedback from their customers about issues with late deliveries and product damages, which derive from the complications between OMP and its own network of distributors. To prevent these issues, it is recommended that OMP should properly communicate their strategic goals with their current logistics and supply chain systems, as well as offer incentives to the distributors. They can also outsource warehouses operations to third-party companies that specialize in delivery services. It is also advised that OMP install a supply chain management software to keep track of their inventory and flow of products. Thank you.